Well, good morning. Nice, cool morning here in Tennessee. Man, it's been nice this last week. We've had temperatures down in the mid-60s, 62, 64 at times. They don't last long, but that's the coolest nighttime weather we've had in months. I'm used to it being, in the 80s at 9 o'clock at night, and we're getting down to around 70 at 9 o'clock. By morning, it's down to 60s. I started a little project this morning since it was good and cool. I started building swales between my fruit trees. The reason I'm building them the way I am, see if I can get this, I can hold the camera. The driveway up here at my son's house catches water like a canal, basically. All the water hits that driveway and it comes down, and there's a slump. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. That slump runs the water towards my yard. This is hillside. We're on the side of the hill. We're working our way down the ditch, but the water comes down through here, kind of spreads out and goes to the yard. We've worked hard to make it spread out where it don't wash. But all that water will run down through here and eventually wind up down here in the bottom of the ditch, and it flows out. When it rains really hard, like what we've been getting lately, we don't get a good soaking rain, we get a good hard rain. It all builds up, runs across the ground, goes down the ditch, and it's gone. The ground's dry in a day or two. You don't really get anything good out of it. I've watched several channels and read about permaculture and watched how they done it, and my yard wasn't set up for the way they do things. I didn't set my fruit trees with the greater plan. I set them out as I could buy them and where I could find them. Sometimes I grew them. I tried to put them in somewhat in rows. You can tell they're kind of in rows, but there's a few that, like that one, it just got put in different spots. Like the pawpaw, it's in a different spot. It's not in a row. So I got a load of dirt a few months ago. Some good river bottom dirt. Here, that's the finest stuff you can get. You get it at the lowest point. You get it off the river bottoms. That's where they do their greatest farming. So your best fields is around the river bottoms. I got a small dump truck load, 2 tons. And I started spreading a little dirt. I know the sun's starting to get in my camera. I went from tree to tree, and it's a little high. It'll get better after it rains on it. After we get one of them good pounding rains. There we go. Now we're not in the sun. And I bought some comfrey a couple months ago, and I started it from roots. You can see my comfrey. I bought 10 roots, and I got 9 of the 10 to come up. I consider that a success. One of them didn't look much like a root. Anyway, I got it. And I got some, you can't hardly see it, it's right in there, the false indigo. I got a few of them started. False indigo is supposed to be soil builders. They build nitrogen, where the comfrey will pull up nutrients and help build the soil, and you can pull the leaves off and compost with it. Hey, I found a shady spot. It's starting to get warm. My dirt digging's about over with. I gotta find something else to do. Getting a little too nasty already. The humidity here has never changed. You start out every morning in the 90s. Sometimes it drops, sometimes it don't. Sometimes it's really nasty in the triple digits all the way to dark, as far as the heat index. You never can tell. But you can see I've got a swale here. What we mean by swale, if you don't know what that is, it's just a small rolled over hump of dirt where when the water comes off this hill, it'll catch and hit this edge here, and it'll kind of fill it in, but it won't hold the water. It don't dam the water up. It just kind of slows it down, and the water has a chance to soak in. The swale just kind of slows everything down and directs the water. That's my next job as I add these, is to make sure I don't catch too much water up here and it don't come down here. So I'm going to build what I'm going to call islands. I'm not building swales all the way through. I'm not going to tie every one of these together because I want the water to be able to move. I don't want to hold the water. I just want to slow it down and get some of it soak in. You're going to wash something out if you hold it. There's a lot of water comes through here. You live in the hills of Tennessee, there's a lot of water rolls off the hills. I come up through here, so I can get where I can see again. Sun's in my eyes. I've got stuff that's kind of not in order. But I got to build a swale for these trees, but I got to leave room for the water to go around. Say go down this swale, but be able to go around and hit that swale. So I can't block it all off, or I'm blocking my water flow off. So I'm gonna build islands. I haven't found anybody building permaculture swale islands. We're gonna build islands. These blackberries, along with this pawpaw tree, is gonna be on an island. It'll have a small swale starting out here a foot or two. It'll go all the way through and a foot or two past that last one. But it'll stop because I want water to be able to go through here and go down and hit this one I've started. There's nothing really in line with this one, so I just kind of built its own little island. Put the concrete, you can see the false end to go better here. It's actually a little larger. Slowly but surely we will tie all this together and everything will have swales, a swale island, or island swale, or however you want to look at it. The peach tree here and the bosoberry will be tied together. This whole peach tree, it ain't got nothing with it. It'll have to be on its own, but I don't want to block the water from everything else. It's going to take a while, and it's going to be a good job, especially with a shovel. That's the reason I'm quitting, because I have been shoveling since about 6:30 this morning, and I'm tired and sweaty and ready to find something else to do. But I thought I'd show this to you. This is what I'm working on. We've been working on this plan for quite a while, or I have been. I discussed it with Miss Cindy, but she kind of looks at me funny. She don't really understand, or you don't really calculate. She don't study, planting and dirt, and she's like, yeah, whatever, go ahead, sounds good, Especially she listens to me. This is what's going on here. Not a glorious job. It's a little manual backhoe work here. But I think in time this is going to set up this to be a great little mini orchard, food forest. I'm not sure how it falls, so I didn't plan it for either one of them. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it strikes a chord in somebody and gets them doing something too. Y'all have a good weekend. God bless.